Hey guys, if my voice sounds a little shaky, it's probably because it's 2:54 AM right now, and I'm cold as hellfrost in my room right now. Probably because a lot of people think Esdeath is coming to anime Vanguards. One thing I've been wanting ever since the devs talked about new traits with Tomo is what these new traits could potentially be. Obviously more or less damage buffs, but since we know that AV isn't just another stale anime tower defense game and actually makes interesting content, I thought I'd take a crack at what these traits could look like for update 2.0, or further beyond. Elemental. Now the percentage rate for pulling is a little high, but only because there aren't too many units that this will ultimately benefit. But despite that, it might be a little broken compared with someone like Alucard. I made this trait to help out units like Zion, Choso, or Julius. Had to split up Zion and Julius there, don't want to make water, you know? Elemental is another mythic trait. This unit is a master at their craft. Greatly boost elemental damage or debuff duration. Also, did I put also twice? Also increased attack speed. Gives you an 8% increase in both damage and range, and reduces your SPA by 8% as well. I thought since this is more so for debuffs or elemental attacks, it shouldn't be super useful or sought after for random units like Gojo. It gives a 25% elemental damage boost. For example, if you have Zion, it gives you 25% more burn damage natively. Or for someone like Julius, it'll make him freeze the enemies for 15% longer. I felt like that wouldn't be too bad since the freezing or stunning for someone like Sasuke doesn't last too long. However, I can see this trait being used for leaderboard runs for Paragon. But I would hope to see a trait similar to this added to the game sooner rather than later, especially if they're going to keep releasing more units that do debuffs. Imagine if Esdeath really was added in update 2.0 and they released Elemental as a trait. I think that'd be pretty sick, and on top of that, it'd kind of give people an incentive to go ahead and reroll for like this new trait, you know? Hey, we have Esdeath now and she does freeze, go pull Elemental. Champion. The inspiration for this was, what if they just combined all three basic traits into one trait, and yeah, that's basically it. This unit has been sworn into duty by the king, with the best equipment a knight could ask for. Nothing stands in this champion's way. Gives a great boost in damage and range. Also increases attack speed slightly. I thought since we're gonna be calling Monarch, you know, like King's Burden and stuff, I think it'd be pretty fun to have a trait that kind of reflects like a knight in shining armor somewhat. I was also thinking about making a trait called Prince for this video, but then I was like, yeah, I could just make a part 2. So go ahead and like and subscribe for that. The unit gives about 7 to 7.25 buff for the stats. I think this trait would really be good for beginners or something. It ain't something people who are decently established might want, but if you're just starting out or can't pull a crazy trait on a new unit, it's probably a decent alternative. I also think that the color is really like cool too, having the red, blue, and purple all put together. But I doubt they do that. If anything, they'd probably just make it yellow. Please. More color diversity. But I don't know. You can honestly probably get away with having all these guys just be like the pinnacle of their respective traits and then just lower like the pull chance for it. But at that case, if you're just going to lower the pull chance for it, it might as well just be like a mythical trait at that point. You feel what I'm saying? So why not just nerf it a little bit? I didn't really want to make this a mythical trait because I already added a mythical trait, and honestly I don't want them to add too many like mythical traits. I would rather them have like a lot more diversity with the traits and stuff. So yeah. Speaking of diversity, on to the next trait. Vanguard. We have a new rarity for units, so why not a new rarity for a trait too? This unit has transcended the needs for kings and lords, becoming that which only thou can dream of. Massively raises damage and range, and also massively increases attack speed. This trait is just super busted, to be honest. However, it's basically impossible to pull. If Monarch is every 1 in 1,000, what about 1 in every 100,000? But no, Vanguards, if you do that, I might crash out. Basically, if you pull it, you're probably the luckiest man alive. I felt like I had to make it busted for that percentile alone, but maybe I made it a little too busted. The real kicker is minus 50% cost. That might be busted for something like Paragon or Wisp Infinite. 500% damage, yeah, it's almost double Monarch at that point, and then I just gave it like a bunch of extra buffs too. I also made the color to reflect the Vanguard's like color rarity, and yeah, your placement still does get limited to 1. I was thinking about making it so that way like it doesn't affect your placement at all, and then I went, that might be too busted, because once you get it, it's like, bro, you're just like, that unit is never going to die for you. You can get like a Vanguard Naruto and be like, oh well, I solo the game for the next 8 years, you know? I think it's really fun to discuss topics like these, you know, just speculation on the game. Just like how we speculate on like, oh, well, what's the new update? A lot of people are thinking it's Dragon Ball. Me, personally, I know it's Kill la Kill. But anyways, you guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little bit more of a fun one today. Let me know if you guys want more fake traits. And let me know what traits you guys would like to see, or like have me like create like a whole fake thing for it. You know what I'm saying? Like just like hit me in the Discord or even in the comments below. Bye. Oh, also, I do have memberships now. You guys can join those. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I mean, you get a couple nice little perks. I feel like some little decent, some slight, but it's really just for you guys to show your support. Of course, you know, showing your support is not mandatory on this channel at all. Regardless of that, hope you guys have a good day, and yeah, I'll see you ones in the next ones. Bye bye.